Listen, I am back. I know you guys keep me live twice in one day. What's going on over there? But my signal was kind of bad earlier and I had an announcement I wanted to make, so I decided I would do it right quick. Let me say hey to everyone. I am Kimmi, Notary Life with Kimmi, also part of the Notary Educators training team, where we teach you how to be a great notary, have a great foundation to your business, and get the bag. All right, we'll let YouTube notify a few people that I am live in the house. Yeah, I got an announcement I want to make about a new course that I just released. It's been out for the mentor program, but I'm releasing it to the public now. And we got another course. I did the tax course, which should be out hopefully tomorrow. I'll be going live about that one. But tonight I want to talk a little bit about remote online notary. I wanted to follow up from the conversation I had earlier today and just take a few questions. So how is everyone doing? Welcome. I see we got somebody here. I did not advertise this. Hey, how's it going this evening, guys? How is everybody? So I just wanted to, like I said, share an announcement about remote online notary. I have a new course. I'm going to go ahead and get started, and those that join us can just go back and catch the replay. So I wanted to introduce formally my new course, which is called Introduction to Remote Online Notary. I have a few videos on the channel about it, but I realized that there was a deeper need and a little bit more, how do I put it, in more of a course format so you can actually understand. The YouTube, when I do YouTube, we kind of random all over the place, but the course has everything you need to get started in remote online notary. I go over what a digital certificate is. I go over how to successfully get started in it. So I want you to check out the new course. Hey, everybody, welcome. Go ahead and feel free to start dropping any questions you may have. So it's called Introduction to Remote Online Notary. Again, a lot of people aren't familiar with it. Can you even do remote online notary in your state? Before you purchase the course, there is a disclaimer. I want to make sure you can even do remote online notary. So don't buy the course and you cannot do remote online notary in your state. Don't even buy it with the anticipation that remote online notary is coming to your state, because it may not be coming, okay? So it's just, again, like I said, a nice introduction to the remote online notary states. What supplies will you need? What is a platform? So it covers all your basic information you want to know. But again, it's actually included free in the mentorship program. They've already have access to it. It's been out now about a month. I just haven't had time to officially roll it out here on YouTube. So again, it's called Introduction to Remote Online Notary, and it's also part of our 14 courses that we already have inside the Notary Business Success Program. So if you don't know about the program and you are new, I'm going to tell you about that really quick. The remote online notary is a part of that. Like I said, you also have the apostille training, which is currently a part of that. You have the notary loan signing agent, which has recently been added. That's Alexa's teaching that. Angela is teaching the apostille course. We also have Notarize Like a Pro included in that membership. And you have weekly access to live workshops. Every week we do a different workshop. The schedule is out at notaryeducatorsllc.com. You can check it out over there. So we're pretty excited about the program. It's been going on. This one has been going on since July, but we had another program and we actually combined the two. So within that course library, again, now you have remote online notary, because a lot of people ask me, Kimmi, I need to know about remote online notary. And I didn't have anything formal to offer at that point other than my YouTube videos, but I actually have a course now that you can check it out. You can purchase a course by itself, or again, it's part of the membership. It's already included in the video library, okay? Also within the mentor sessions, the mentorship program, you also have access to us. I won't say 24 hours, but we're pretty intense on answering questions and everything. We make ourselves available because we got some people on the West Coast, some people on Mountain Time. So we realize that, so you have access via a group chat. And we usually start by having you put your question there. If we have to call you, it's nothing for us to give you a phone call. Hey, can I call you? Let's talk about that. So how's everybody this evening? What questions do you have for me? And while I'm waiting on your questions, I'm going to go back to a conversation I had earlier today. And that conversation was about um, notaries accepting jobs from signing companies, and then after they look at the number of pages, they look at what's all involved, want to increase the fee. So I talked about that earlier, but my signal was kind of rough, so people have been watching it, but I wanted to kind of just deep dive into that a little bit more. So I really want to advise you not to do that, though. I did give scenarios when it's okay to increase the fee. For example, if the signing was supposed to be at location A, now they've changed it to location B and it's much further, yes. If you do realize that it's a whole lot of documents that need to be printed and you feel that it's more than you're typically accustomed to doing, no worries, but you just need to ask up front. Okay, I want to double back just a wee bit to the remote online notary. For those of you who may be new to the space, I just thought about it. Some of you don't know what that is. Remote online notary is when you are in one location, your client is in another location, and the document is notarized over the internet, online, remote online notary. Okay, so for example, you can't get to a notary, right? Notaries may not be able to travel to you. You both are at home on your computers, bing, 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 and everybody's talking that way. Okay. So, hey, welcome. So I wanted to just let you know what that is. So there's a few different caveats to remote online notary, but it always starts at being a good notary, a great notary, no matter what you do in the notary space. If you're doing inspections, you got to be a great notary. If you're doing apostilles, you got to be a great notary. It all starts with that. That's why you always hear us talk about that here at Notary Educators. Hey, welcome everybody. It always starts. So yeah, I had to go live twice today because like I said, my signal was kind of bad earlier. So again, check out the new Remote Online Notary Introduction course. It's also part of the library, okay, with the mentor program. What questions do we have? Any? I will go over a couple of common questions I still get about the mentorship program. The number one question is, can you cancel? Yes, you can. You can cancel at any time. And we just found out today that when credit cards are being processed for some clients, they don't process on the weekends. And I was like, I hope that's not true with the credit card, like processing my payment for for a job. I've never noticed that before, so let me know if you guys are noticing that out there. Credit card companies are being kind of finicky. So, but this week I talked about a few things that happened over a mentorship too, just so you can get an idea of what we talk about. So we help to stop some things that notaries are doing that they may not even be aware that they shouldn't be doing. So that's why you need a great mentor. Just like you need great notary education. That's what we do as educators. We educate you on the process and we help you to be resourceful. I'm really working on that now with the team, with the mentees, to help them to be resourceful, to learn to look up different things prior to hey Ani, prior to reaching out to the signing company. What investigative work can you do on your own? As a notary, there's not always someone there to answer your questions for you. They're just not. Now, of course, like I said, with the mentorship, we're available to you, but I'm teaching the people now in the group to be resourceful. Every time you have a question, you cannot reach out to the signing company. You cannot. So that's part of learning how to grow a business. A lot of times I always say we're not taught how to have a business. We're not taught to be business owners. We're just not. Unless I took business education in school because that was what I wanted to be, an administrative, what was it called? Executive secretary at the time. I'm dating myself. But all that being said, though, I took a lot of business courses. I'm naturally bent toward business. That's my thing. It's in my blood. If you cut me, I might bleed green because I just love talking about money. I love talking about building businesses. I'm really good at building businesses. So, but I am naturally, like I said, that's my thing. Just as much as I was born a woman and born with this skin color, I'm naturally bent toward talking business. I got a tickle in my throat. Excuse me. So anyway, let me see what Ani's talking about. I'll take your questions too. So anyways, so I'm teaching that in the mentorship program. So when you think mentorship program, don't just think it's just all about stamping papers, because it's not. We teach you how to develop as a business owner. Also, it's not just about knowing how to properly notarize your documents, which is important. But if you don't have a good foundation in your business, you also will have no business. So we also go over all your fundamentals with building your business. You know, how to get that website correct, how to get that Google My Business page correct, email address, how to answer the telephone, all of those things we go over in mentorship. So please don't sleep on mentorship. Ani says, hello, Kimmi. Thank you for your help earlier today. You and Miss Angela rock. I really appreciate you guys. It is my pleasure, Ani. I'm so proud of you. And I guess if you don't mind, Ani had an apostille job earlier. She needed a little assistance with it. So you are so welcome. And we've seen your growth too. You've been with us for a long time. We've seen your growth. Yeah, so you guys are doing amazing. And in mentorship, they're doing amazing too. Just some results, because somebody asked me, can you tell me what your such and such results rate is? I'm like, the results are going to be what you put into it. Okay, that's just facts. However, I will give you some receipts and some results. We have people that are building out their business websites. They're looking amazing, because you have to have a website. Alexis has a whole course on how to do your Google My Business page. The pages are starting to work. We're helping fill out loan signing, helping people to fill out their loan signing profiles. Okay, how when they actually get the assignment, people are actually receiving assignments just from 1 or 2 tips. Now they're actually receiving assignments. Oh, sorry, y'all. They're actually receiving assignments where before they were on signing order and not doing everything that they could to maximize that. 1 or 2 tips, a week later, boom. So we do have the receipts, and it's getting better with time. Every day is getting better. And what else we have going on? People getting their business cards, getting their LLCs. I do not mind, and thank you again. Oh, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. And that's what the program does for people too. Again, just helping you when you get stuck. You will get stuck out there. You will. So we don't want you just figuring it out. We want to be a part of your team. Just like, you know, when you go to the doctor and you have that initial visit, you know, you're even from the initial phone call, and it's a new medical facility out. Oh, what's the name of it? I haven't seen it in a while. Oak something. And they got the cutest commercial. But they got a whole team. So the whole team of doctors, you know, especially if you have a serious medical condition, you have a whole team. You got the people that work on the mental part, the physical part, the therapy part, making sure you take your medication, a case monitor. So you got all these different roles to help you through whatever you're going through. That's how we want to be for you when it comes to your notary business. We want to help you to grow your business, know what to do in your business. We want to help you to execute your documents correctly, how to collect your money, how to charge correctly. It's a whole situation when you're trying to grow a notary business. It's not just stamping papers, okay? It's not. It's not. So you need all 14 of our training classes to help you to get that business off the ground. And your state typically will just give you the commission and say, bye. You know, you're a notary now. And you're like, oh my goodness, it's just like somebody having a baby. It's like you anticipated, you had the shower, the baby shower, and everybody popping off these things, and it's either pink or blue. And then at the hospital, and they give you the little bundle of joy, you're like, okay, I gotta take the baby home with me. It's like, what do I do now? Or you've read a few books, watched a few TikToks, watched a few IGs on how to do this baby thing, and you got this baby, and you still like, okay, I gotta take the baby home. It's no different in your notary business. It's no different. Me and my illustrations be cracking me up. But even in your notary business, it's the same thing. You go to the office, they give you the commission, they swear you in, go get you 2 witnesses, pay $50, $60. Might be a little bit more where you live at. The process may be a little bit different. And then you go buy some notary supplies. You got all the stuff like you have in your baby diaper bag. You got the diapers, you got the bottles, you got all this stuff. And then you like, what do I do now? And you go figure it out as a parent, right? And sometimes you make mistakes as a parent. You make mistakes. Hey guys, welcome. Please feel free to drop any questions you have in the chat, okay? So again, you make these mistakes as a parent, okay? Some of them are recoverable, some of them are not, you know. That's just life. Same thing with being a notary. But when it comes to being a notary, I want to prepare you the best that we can. You don't have to do this alone. I've made the mistakes. And that's why even when I use a parenting illustration, if you're a wise parent, you will talk to someone who's already had a child and you see that their child is successful or their children are doing well. Okay? So even being married, I'll just go there. My husband and I, we've been married for quite a while. And when we were younger, we hung out with older people. And it was so funny because we hung out with them as we go through things at this stage in our life and throughout the years, it's like, oh, they fighting or they just joking or they talking crazy to each other, but they love each other. They've been married 40, 50 years. And you like, she talked to him like that? Excuse me. Or he talked to her like that. Not disrespectful. I'm not talking about that, but I'm just saying how you've seen like your grandparents. Okay? You've seen like your grandparents. And sometimes their interaction, or even my parents, I'm like, okay, I won't do that. But then you look at the good in what they do, and you learn from that. And we always hung out with older people, my husband and I, always. And I know for a fact that's contributed to the type of relationship that we have now. A lot of times people see me and Jeff together, they're like, y'all are so cool. They're like, y'all the coolest married people we know. Well, one, we were friends first. And then two, because of the people we hung out with, we were able to learn, well, you can still kind of trip out with each other or whatever, and you're going to come back, you know, with the right way. Again, let me put that in there, because I'm not saying we be around here duking it out. But what I am saying, though, that we are friends. We are friends, and we learned that. We were already that, but we learned from watching older people that's been married for a long time, how they interact, okay? Ani says, I have been rocking and rolling on my Google business page. I agree. It's not easy promoting your business, a lot of hard work. Yeah, and to Ani's point, again, like I said earlier, we're not naturally, most of us are not that way. Okay, for me to do YouTube, it's nothing because I love talking. If you couldn't tell, okay, it's nothing for me to do YouTube. When I wanted to do YouTube, for those of you who do not know the story, Jeffrey was like, he's more of an introvert. I'm an extrovert. Opposites attract. It's just the way it is. Could you imagine two of us like me? No, it would be crazy. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome this evening. Yeah, could you imagine two of us? I don't think so. But all that being said, or even two of him, everybody kind of quiet. And it's like you ask him a question and he's like, yeah, it's okay. And I'm like, can you give me a little bit more? You know, yeah, everybody's different. So again, when it comes to your business, though, you have to promote it. No one will know that you exist if you don't promote your business. Now, I do have already in the set of courses, the course library, a pricing and marketing course, okay? But the marketing that's included in the pricing course, because it's mainly focused on the pricing, the marketing piece is kind of small. So I'm actually going to do a whole marketing course that will also be included in the course library. I often compare my new course library, what Alexis and I have going now, to like Netflix for notaries. And it's a monthly subscription. You cancel when you want to. You have access to all 14 courses. I think we have 14 at the time of this recording, but the marketing course is coming. The tax course will be released hopefully within the next couple of days of this. We have the remote online notary, translation services, and this is how we all have built successful businesses. We do everything that we teach you to do. It's not like I tell you to start doing translation services, but I don't offer translation services. Anything I speak about, I can tell you because I'm not just Googling it and saying, I think I'll write a course about that. No, I actually do it. Like the hair commercial, I'm not just a member. So, what questions do you have though? What other questions do you have while I am here live in the flesh? Yeah, so yeah, translation services. We also have the ink fingerprinting course. Now, I haven't been doing a lot of ink fingerprinting recently. I have not. But I have been doing more translation services and more apostilles. More apostilles. And my goal for those who have been with us for a long time, last year, 2024 was all about apostilles. So if you think I was doing them in 2024, which I did a lot more this year, I'm feeling so much more comfortable. This year I did several videos too. I got the receipts. I did several. So this year I really focused on doing more, which I was ecstatic about my increase in apostilles. 2025, it's going to be all about apostilles. It's going to be all about apostilles. I'm going to really be working to increase that. So this year I actually did a naturalization letter. I'm waiting on that to come back. That was my first time doing that. I'm not going to even act like I'm going to tell you the process because it's too much. Okay. It's not complicated, but I can't teach you that in a 5-minute YouTube video. However, it's included in the course library, which Angela's course is there. And we don't all know she has the #1 course. She does. Now, there are other courses. I've taken a few of them myself, and they all rock, okay? But I'm going to tell you, Angela's course is great. So I want to tell you really quick, and I'm going to get Kenjo's comment. Hey, welcome, everybody. So I got a comment there from my mentor program. I'll get that in a second. So anyway, I worked on a naturalization document. I did my first federal background check. I've done a couple of those now. I also, what else have I did that was different this year? Those were my two major ones. The federal background check when it has to go to DC, and then now naturalization process. So now I'm familiar with that process. And that one, I asked Angela about it because she's a resource for me too. I asked Angela about that, and then I also did my own homework on it. So I had to tell my client what they need to do. They did it. They were so excited. It wasn't that hard. So now I can tell the next person what to do. And every day you get different stuff, different documents. Kenjo51 says, in the state of Florida, is ink fingerprinting still being done? I researched some and I see a lot of live scan. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Even for me in Georgia, I haven't had a lot of ink fingerprinting recently. I always say though, get ready so you don't stay ready so you don't have to get ready, okay? So just because you don't have one today or you haven't had one all month, next month will be my month for ink fingerprinting. I'll get 3 or 4 calls. So, or more than that. You know, it just happens like that. I haven't had an I-9 in a minute. And then next month I'll have 5 of them. So I know how to do it. That's what I advise you to do too. Be ready because you never know when the phone is going to ring. So yeah, live scan though is really, 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 really popping. It is. I don't do live scan because of the investment. For me, no, it's too much. I don't get that many phone calls. I don't have a brick and mortar. So if you have a brick and mortar location, like a freestanding location, if you are wanting to get into like government stuff and background checks and FBI this and all that, Chandler, you might want to check it out. But again, for me, the investment was just too much. It ran about $6,000. I don't get that many calls to justify spending that kind of money. I just don't. So, but I still say if you are in the mentor program, do the ink fingerprinting course, or you can just buy it separately. Oh, that's a question I get all the time too. So now since we're doing mentorship, does that mean you can't buy individual courses anymore? That's not what that means. That's not what that means. We had somebody call earlier today and they were like, hey, I just want to get the course. I don't want an individual course. I don't want to do mentorship. And that's fine. You don't have to. You can buy individual courses. They are still for sale. But we found too, a lot of people are on the flip side of that. Hey, I can't afford $500-$600. I want to take all of your training. I want to take Angela's apostille training alone. I think is $300. So you may be saying, well, how can you all afford to do it for $47 a month? Because we're looking at volume and we're trying to make sure that everyone has access. So I've always been of the mindset, and I'll be honest, full transparency here. When it came to me back in July, when I first offered my training courses, all of them like a Netflix plan, where it's all inclusive. When I first offered that, I went back and forth with my husband. I went back and forth with him. Actually, I started talking about that maybe in March. I was like, I think I want to go in a different direction. So around March, I started thinking about it. I didn't execute it till July because I was like, I don't know. Do I really want to give all of my access, all of my courses for $39.99? Do I really want to do that? And it came back that that's what I need to do to serve more people. And whenever you think about the people, even in your business, okay, I'm talking about my business, but even in your business, as you think about the people and what they need, you will always come out on top. You will always come out on top. So what did that look like for me? For me, that looked like in July 1st, we started running just access to the library, our notary library, Jeffrey and I. Angela and Alexis were not in this program. It was just my 8 or 9 courses at the time. I got quite a few. So anyway, it just included on my library. The people went crazy. They were like, cool. You mean you gonna let me watch all your videos for $39.99? All of them. And I was like, yeah, I think so. I prayed. I prayed. And then I talked to Jeffrey and I said, you know what? I think I want to add a live component to it. I didn't know what it looked like because people have been asking us for mentorship for years, okay? For years. And I was like, I don't know. And I would always say no. The ladies were on board to do the mentorship program. But I would always say no because I wanted to, whenever we roll anything out at Notary Educators, it's got to be right. It's got to be right. It cannot be anything where I'm like even a little bit hesitant that it won't go the way I want it to, right? I'm OCD when it comes to my business. Now, not my closet, y'all. Not my closet, but my business, I am. So anyway, I was like, nope, it's not. I don't see it. So for years, people have been saying, since I started YouTube, I've been on YouTube about 4 years, about 3. Let's take that back, about 3. Coming up on 4. And I was like, nope, not gonna do it. So anyway, like I said, people were ecstatic about the just receiving access to the training. And I talked to my husband. I said, I think I'm gonna do a weekly component. So I started doing it, and it was amazing. I love it because I'm able to go even deeper into conversations. We go deeper into how to properly notarize your documents, like adding an acknowledgement, adding a jurat. And it's so funny because I'm already thinking, wow, this is going to be deep. But when the people start asking questions during mentorship sessions, I'm like, oh, okay, this is deeper than I thought. Like our first week about identification, okay? I had a whole little agenda there, and it went on and on. And I'm like, is it that much to talk about with ID? But technically there was. We talked about an hour and a half. Now the sessions are different. You know, all sessions don't last that long. And if you can't stay, you can't stay. You stay as long as you can. There are replays to the sessions and everything. But let me see what this other question is. So back to the original question with ink fingerprinting. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, okay? Ani says, to become an online notary, are you required to apply for a new certificate? Yes, I go over that in the course too. So each state is going to be different, Ani. So you may have to have a digital certificate, okay? That's what that's called, a digital certificate. So you still have all of your regular supplies when you're going out, and then you have special supplies when you're online, okay? And I do go over that in the course. So what other questions do you all have for me? I have a few more minutes that I can hang out. And so I just wanted to go over a few things with you. Again, I'm here to answer a few questions you may have. This week's session is about how to structure your business. Again, as we were just talking about earlier, you may need to learn how to, do I need an LLC? Do I need an EIN? Do I need a S corp? I don't know how deep Angela's going to get because she's leading that class on Thursday night. And the sessions are on different days of the week. So if you can't make it this day, you might, oh, you're welcome, Kenjo. You're welcome, Kenjo51. Yeah, so if you can't make it Thursday, you can go back and watch the replay. But we try to rotate the days out. Typically, they're between Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I have did a Sunday session before, so it just depends on our schedules because we actually all still working notaries. This is not what I do all day. It's just sit here on YouTube. I probably could, but no, I actually work, y'all. I had I'm gonna tell y'all about my 2 jobs today, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. So one, and I will answer a few more questions, so feel free to drop it. So one of my jobs today, I won't tell too much because I won't drop names because I don't think they're watching my channel. But the husband had some mental things going on. Not really mental, it was more brain related, more brain related. And the wife who were there, she was our actual client, some vision problems. And at the end, the husband, let's say he had something similar to like a Alzheimer's, but it wasn't at the fullest. Hey, welcome everybody. I see we got a few new people joining us. Feel free to ask your questions. I don't hang out because I don't never like to leave people hanging, and I'm live. So he has some cognitive issues. Let's say kind of like a Alzheimer's. So he could remember some stuff, but some stuff he could not. Okay. So it was so interesting. At the end, he told Jeffrey, he said, "Thank you for your service." He said, "We really needed to get this done and we couldn't drive." So I offer 2 levels of service in my business. You can either come to me by appointment only, or we'll travel to you. So I had offered that to her because she just had one document. And she was so close, I felt bad charging her my minimum travel fee. And she was like, "No, I need you to come to me because I have vision, vision issue or whatever." And her husband, he was so sweet. And I asked him at the end, I was like, "Can I give you a hug?" And I had asked the wife that too. I said, "Can I give you a hug?" I just felt like I need to give them a hug. I don't know why. And I'll do that with clients. And you bond with these people. I tell Jeffrey all the time, everywhere we go, we make friends. Everywhere we go, people want us to just stay and hang out with them. And that's the notary you want to be. It ends up being almost therapeutic, for these people, for some of these clients. You may be the only interaction that they're having because they can't get out due to health reasons. And immediately we become BFF with these people, best friends. And my other client, it was a different type of job, working for a car dealership. And with that one, the client had been trying to get these documents notarized for a very long time. And he was just so appreciative of how fast I moved, like to get the appointment on the books. Because I talked to him on Friday, and I offered today with my first availability. And he was so impressed with the way Jeffrey and I showed up and showed out. Okay, so they left us reviews on the spot. I asked them for reviews on the spot, and it was amazing, the whole interaction. And they were of a different race. And I only bring that up because each race is different. Each race is different. Some people are a little warmer, some people are a little more reserved. And they were just so ecstatic. And that's not naturally how I've interacted with people of that race. But it was just a beautiful interaction and beautiful experience. And so much so, again, I asked them right at the table. I didn't even wait for them. Usually I wait and say, "Hey, I'll send you a link." I was like, "Hey, do you guys mind leaving us a review?" And they sat there right then. And the lady was so cute. She says, "How do you spell your name?" No, how did she put it? "How do you spell your name?" Or "What's your," oh no, she said, "What's your name again?" That's what she said. She said, "What's your name again?" So I thought she was talking about me. And I had already spoken to her on the phone before too. I talked to her and her brother. It was a 2 people had to sign, joint signers on a document. And anyway, she was like, "So, what's your name again?" So I said, "Oh, Kimberly." She said, "No, no, no, not you, not you." She said, "Him." And I said, "Jeffrey." And then she started spelling it. She was like, "Is that Jeffery?" And I was like, "Yeah." And it was just so cute that she felt, inclined to include Jeffrey's name in the review. And that's a lot when somebody, it's hard to get them to leave a review in the first place. But not only did she want to leave a review about him, but she also wanted to make sure she spelled his name right. Like Beyonce, say my name. So we had 2 great interactions today. And that's how 95% of our interactions go. I mean, I'm going to say 99 because it's so rare that we get somebody to act crazy with us. And that's why people can feel that we love being notaries. Even here on my YouTube channel, people say, "You love being a notary." I love being a notary. I do. Let's see. Ani says compassion will take you a long way in this line of business. It will. Customer service skills. And Angela did a really, 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 really amazing customer service session. Again, in our mentorship sessions, we don't just talk about how to stamp a paper. Okay, that's important, but you also have to know how to run your business. So Angela did a beautiful customer service one. Now she did that with our first mentorship program, and we actually let that one go. So we started the first mentorship program was back in March, and that one did not include any courses or anything. That was just mentorship. And if you need some help, you call or whatever. But we changed it when I decided to do my mentorship. So I did my separate one by myself from July till October, and now Angela and Alexis both have their classes here. I wanted to mute, but I don't see a mute button. So I have to clear my throat. I'm so sorry. Oh, I have some water here. Hold on. Throat kind of dry. So, hey, everybody, welcome. So we got a lot of people here that just joined us. Let me answer your questions if you have any, because I've been here for a moment. So I know some of you may need to leave. If you want to just hang out, though, you can. But to Ani's point, though, compassion is very important. And that's something you kind of born with or you're not, but we do teach it. What do I mean we teach it? We have interactive sessions during our mentor sessions. So that may sound like I do role playing. And y'all know I love me some role playing. I love illustrations. I love role playing. And we do a lot of that. We'll do it the wrong way and then we'll do it the right way. And we'll let everybody kind of critique it. Okay. What questions do you all have while I am here? Tonight we talked a little bit about everything. For those who are just joining, I introduced my new remote online notary, introduction to remote online notary. There's a new course. You can buy it separately or it is included in the mentorship program. Answer some questions about the mentorship program. You can cancel at any time. It's only $47 per month. You get a weekly live session. You have access to us every day. If you have an assignment, as you're learning, going through the courses or whatever, you drop it in the chat. We'll answer. If we feel like we have to call you, we will. So it's going good. We got the Google My Business course, also wedding officiant course. Angela and I have to do a video on that to release it officially here on YouTube. But the wedding officiant course is also included in the mentorship. So you got to check it out, guys. If you have not and you're new and you've been on the fence about how to learn this business, how to grow your business, and if it's not growing and you really need access to somebody, but everybody's $500 or $600 a month, yeah, we got you for $47 a month. And it's a great program. You know how we do. All right, last chance for questions because we got quite a few people here. No questions? Are we sure? Are we sure? No questions? Sorry. My throat is so dry. I'm going to drink some more water in a moment. Okay. Are we sure? Going once? Going twice? I got 2 minutes that I'll hang out because I'm looking at how long I've been live. So I'll hang out 2 more minutes. Any questions? Because I know it takes a second to type in the chat. Any questions? And if not, I'll be back tomorrow. So you can always save your questions for then. And I'm using a new selfie stick, guys. And I love it. I don't even have to set up a table or nothing. What? What? This is amazing. So L. Bain says, hey, Kimmi, what is the best Ron program? Do you mean for training on Ron, or do you mean the best platform? What is your question, L. Bain, regarding Ron? We can also rent the training as well. I love this part. Yes, Ani, you can. You can also rent it if you don't want to do it. Girl, Ani be on it. Yes, you can rent it too. So you have that option too. Actually, some people do take advantage of that. They don't want to do the rent. They don't want to own the course. They don't want to do mentorship. They just want to watch it for a few days. So that's the blockbuster way. So we got you covered on all ways. We got you covered on all ways. The best platform. So I would say you're going to have to do your homework a little bit on that because each platform is going to have fees associated with it. So you really do. I would say take a weekend. I'll give you Cyberize It, which is with Amy Sites. Check out her program when it comes to remote online notary. She's a leader in the industry. Check out hers. You also have Notarize It. Oh, God. I don't have my notes in front of me, but I just did a course on it. But you have about your top 3. So this is what I want you to do when you're thinking about what platform to use, though, okay? What are their fees? Do they allow you to bring your clients onto the platform? Do they provide you with work? Okay. If they allow you to bring your clients, is the fee more? Is there a monthly fee? Is there a per transaction fee? Do they charge you to identify the client? I go over all of this in the introduction to remote online notary. So it's a lot of questions you have to ask when you start doing remote online notary. It's a lot of questions. You cannot just assume, okay, this is included, that's included. No, it's a lot of questions you got to ask, because you'll start down the rabbit hole with remote online notary and be broke. You'll wish you never did it. Okay. So check out the remote online notary course I have for you. Of course, I have about 8 free videos here on the channel about the pros and cons of remote online notary, because everything that glitters is not gold, and you got to know how to do it properly. Okay. So I'm going to head out, and I hope that answered your question, L. Bain. And again, I do have the part of the mentorship program is my new remote online notary introduction course. And don't forget, you got to know how to be a good notary, L. Bain, before you start even doing remote online notary. So if you're not sure of your notarial duties, how to execute documents, even what the word execute mean, you probably want to check out my mentorship program. Okay. Notary Educators, LLC.com, all things notary. Again, Notary Educators, LLC.com. Okay. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, bye. Good night. And thanks for hanging out with me. Keep it up, Ani. Great job. Great work. Great work. Oh, yeah, we got so many people. I hate to leave when so many people keep coming. Yeah, I'm trying to say bye, and I keep seeing the number go up. I hate to leave you guys when the number is up. Okay, one more chance for questions. One more chance while I'm live. Because as soon as I hang up, somebody, or get off here, somebody say, I had a question. I hate leaving when I see the number rise. See, I'm OCD. I got to help the people. All right, no questions, just watching. Okay, in that case, I'm going to say bye. That's it. I'm going to close so I can't see it. Okay, good night. Bye.